things. One of the things that we're working on is to get a kind of an intro video going so that while folks are logging in and getting into chat and all of that kind of thing, we can actually, while I'm getting started and making sure that the live stream is going where it's supposed to go, we'll be able to play a video instead of listening to me and look all over my desk here to get stuff. Samantha's already on from Periscope. Hello. If you're getting on from YouTube and or YouTube or Facebook, please send me a message from there too, just to let me know that the chat's working. Hello, Renee. We're just kind of getting started here. Just for a little bit while we get. There's Samantha again from YouTube. Cool, that works. Now all we got to do is just check out the Facebook. If we can get a chat from Facebook, that would be awesome. In the meantime, a couple of things. One, thank you, Samantha. She's going to check Facebook for me. One, let me go ahead and switch right quick because we all kind of, this has become a favorite one. Just 1 second. There. Now everybody can see it. Hopefully the Facebook works too, but that's untested. So hopefully we're live from Facebook as well. Folks are looking. Got Samantha, got Panda, Michelle, Rachel, Milky. Awesome. We got a lot of people. Hey, cool. Facebook works. That's awesome. It never works on the first try. It worked on the first try. That is terrific. Okay, so couple of things. One, we mentioned last Saturday that that we were moving from patreon.com/loveamericatour to liberapay.com/loveamericatour. We've done some things with different with some of the different URLs to make it easy to remember where we're at and what we're doing. First of all of the links are available on Love America Tour Today, which I guess is right there. The GoFundMe, the old link still works. It's all fine, but we have managed to set up a vanity URL, an easy one, which is GoFundMe.com/ you guessed it, Love America Tour. These are the links: Liberapay, Streamlabs.com/Love America Tour. I think on YouTube also, all of the links should be in the description, and hopefully on Facebook. And I've got to check to see what's necessary on Twitter. I think in order to get that to work, I've got to do some sort of weird thing with Periscope that I'm not sure. So definitely appreciate all of the Facebooks and YouTubes and Twitterers out there that are helping us get moving. A couple of things. One, GoFundMe.com/Love America Tour. That is the one-time donation. If you want to make a one-time donation to help get the guys back on track, we'll have some information about that because there's some special things for each of the GoFundMes, and we're going to eventually be interviewing Ben Easterday, who will go through all of that stuff. But if you want to make a one-time donation to the GoFundMe, it's GoFundMe.com/Love America Tour, and that is the push right now to get the boys back on the road. If you would like to set up a weekly or monthly just automatic donation, which is kind of where I'm going with it, just simply because I would like to support them, but I don't want to have to find my wallet every month. You can use Liberapay, and it'll pop up over here in just a second, the links for that. If you would like to test the ability to tip the stream, as it's called, the links aren't clickable in the YouTube description box, which means I'm going to have to adjust that, and we'll try again for that on Saturday. But we're getting there. That's the point. Every time we do this, it's better. So that is streamlabs.com/Love America Tour, and again, if you decide to do that, that money goes straight into the Love America Tour PayPal, and you get your name in lights during the thing, and that's it. So let's take a look at what we got in the chat room here. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Chad and Corin are not here yet. I'll be inviting them shortly. I just kind of wanted to get a couple of notes out there. Ben Easterday also has managed to get the Love America Tour .today website working with the SSL, and so anything that you get from there is now secure and your privacy is protected, and we will continue to work on that and make things better as we go. We have a couple of surprises. It looks as though the live stream will now be bi-weekly. And that is Saturdays at 7 o'clock p.m. We're going to do exactly what we had planned to do on Saturdays at 7 o'clock p.m. and that is some follow-up interviews, kind of an end-of-the-week roll-up with Corin and the Chad. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to have various special guests who have been helping either behind the scenes, perhaps, a Love America Tour, or supporting anonymously, or are just out there and have been watching it. So lots to come, lots of really cool, fun stuff that's planned in the works. Rachel Cooper says, listening on my drive home. That's awesome. There's a couple of people that actually apparently are not from America, but still love what we're doing. 3 Alarm Comics is online. Got to shout them out. They have actually turned me on to a company called StreamYards, which, as soon as we can work out some technical difficulties there, we may be using. So there's just a lot of stuff, and there's so many volunteers, which is absolutely awesome. There's so many surprises coming. There's a lot. That's pretty much all I can say. So you guys can actually chat amongst yourselves there as you're doing. I'm going to check just briefly. Okay. This is one of those things that I would normally play a video for, but those are, and that's one of the topics that Corin and Chad are going to cover. But we are doing surprisingly well on this live stream. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The last time I tried to do that, there were 4 or 5 failed attempts, and it just didn't work out, and it's awesome that it worked out this time. Jen Lyle is on. Hey, Husky. Hello, Jen. Samantha Sheldon, there's a lot of stuff there, 3 Alarm Comics, and I gotta tell you that in the wake of the Love America Tour, the Twitter crew that has started to follow Love America crew is really a positive place to be. If you're not there yet, definitely follow each other. Keep up the support. I have not seen this much positive and caring output on Twitter ever. I've never seen it on Twitter. And the Love America Tour folks that are there, awesome. You may have noticed that on Facebook, the page, we're now echoing out the interviews that dropped on Twitter and YouTube earlier. So 3 or 4 a day will come out on Facebook. Feel free to comment on them all you like, share. We're now on the 3 major platforms, which is awesome. Hey, Mr. Howell. Yes, sir, we are. We're getting the kinks worked out, and it's fun, mostly. Generally about 30 minutes before every live stream, I will quietly panic in here, hoping that I've got everything together. In any case, guys, I gotta tell you that the amount of positive reinforcement and just support for each other has been amazing to see on social media. So with that, I am going to check the time, and then I'm going to do some things off screen right quick so that we can get this show on the road. Give me a moment. This is one of those things that we got kinks to work out. Once again, the links to support the Love America Tour will be rotating through the little bars I've got all over the place. And there we go. And there we go. Hang on. Working. Working. Okay, we're still connecting. We've got folks connecting. Looks like the Chad's here, but he can't hear us yet. Or we can't hear him yet. 7.3 is connecting to audio. And we appear to be having technical difficulties. So I will have to re-invite him. In the meantime, 1 second, we're going to transition over and talk to the Chad. Hey Chad, can you hear me? Hello Chad. Hello Chad, can you hear me? Testing. Chad, can you hear me? Ah, the ever-loving technical difficulties. I've got to invite him. Pardon me, just ever so briefly, while I try to unscrew this. I've got audio to speaker. Yep. Well, the sound works on our side. Hang on 1 second, and we'll see if we can't get. I'm gonna have to chat. My apologies. This is sometimes how it works. These are surprise. Again, my apologies. We're gonna go ahead and pop back. Oh, what the? Okay, we're gonna try this again. I believe the sound is good on my end. We could see the Chad, but we were not able to hear him. I appreciate that, Samantha, and I appreciate your patience. This is one of those surprise things that we just weren't quite set up for. Yep. I know that Corin's on the road, and maybe we can't get his audio going. Test. Chad K is connecting to audio. Okay, it says his audio is connected. Is his audio connected? Here so that we can see everybody. Hey Corin, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hey, we got Corin and apparently we got Chad, although Chad looks like he's peeking. You want to switch your phone there to the other way.
Can you hear me?
Yes sir, we can, Corin, barely, but we can. Can you get to a place where there's some signal?
There was no Wi-Fi at the place that I stopped at.
Okay, well
which was a Jack in the Box.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Right now, your audio and video is kind of jumpy and frozen.
Well, let's hope for the best here.
Yep, that's about all we can do. Chad, how are you doing?
Doing well. How about you guys?
So far so good. We got John Brewer. There's messages going crazy, and everything worked with the Facebook integration. Apparently that worked perfect. The chat is integrated. Facebook is a thing now, and every donation link that you guys have, LiberaPay, GoFundMe, Streamlabs, and soon to be the another merch store that'll work with the live stream, all at .com/LoveAmericaTour.
Hoorah.
So, how's editing and post? All this video you guys shot over the last month, trying to get it all up and ready to go. How's that going?
Slow.
That's why
I'm heading back to, I know Chad is working on a video for John the Knife Maker, and Scott is working on an interview with Johnny Belu. I'm headed back to Mississippi to work on the interview with Granny, and also work on the like a pilot presentation, sort of short documentary series, a showcase for what the first season was, but without it being the full documentary yet.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, it will be. It's the best choice to make in Houston. Unfortunately, Scott, I, and Chad were all in distant separation, as it were, and without myself having the proper editing software and proper place to edit at, I decided it was best to go back to Artie's place where Jason London lives as well, and stay there and work on the proper editing software with him, as he's donated his time to help us put together as much as possible, including Jason London's interview.
That's terrific. And in fact, 3 Alarm Comics is watching, and they're like, wait, Corin's coming back here?
Yeah, and well, I'll do some more live streams from 3 Alarm Comics as well, and hoping to to kind of triangulate everything between us and 3 Alarm Comics. But it's been I know for me and Chad, it's been bittersweet, the ending of this. That's for sure. Not the ending, but the ending of round 1.
Chad's doing all kinds of interesting things right now. He's upside down. We're not entirely sure. I guess he's just kind of an upside down kind of dude.
What the fuck?
Listen, man, that's the way it's been feeling the last week. But what's amazing is we've been able to pull together the incredible team that we have with you and Ben Easterday, and with Bobby Ben, and with Kat Wynn, and with all the others that have been and really helping. They see the vision. Unfortunately, without all of the proper equipment, without the right kind of crew configurations, we got a lot of.
And he's gone. At least he seems to have dropped out of a signal. So while we wait for him to come back, how's your editing going, Chad?
It's going good. Have I guess it's about 10 or 11 hours of video that I'm going through.
Man, and see, that's something that a lot of people don't understand is how time intensive video editing is, because even though you end up, and I don't know what the values are, I'm going to get these answers from you in just a second, but when you go through video, to see 10 minutes of finished product, how much raw footage is that?
It just depends on the shots. With my inexperienced ass, it's about 4 hours.
So you've got to go through. See, that means that somebody's got to go through 4 hours of film and watch those 4 hours and then frame by frame slice and dice and add effects and stuff, and it is so time consuming. It is unreal, but worth every second, as you guys will soon see as the edits and the posts get released. Corin, are you back with us? Corin, yeah, Corin, it is a horrible connection, and we're still unable to hear you. So we're gonna let you drive for a little bit further and see if we can't get into some good areas.
Well, you guys take care of it.
Oh, okay. Hopefully we can invite you in later on, and if not, definitely the Saturday roll-up you'll be live for, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love you, buddy.
We're not gonna hang up on you just yet, because you may run through
not.
You may run through an area where things are better. So, are you familiar with the GoFundMe change, Chad? The reason that we changed the first goal of the GoFundMe?
I am. It's going to be done in 3 stages.
Can you explain that to me? Because I wasn't even briefed on this. I just have a list of questions to ask you guys.
No problem. So from what I gathered, it's just going to be done in 3 stages. The first stage is all about getting the RV and getting gas money to hit all the first spots, and then we're going to keep raising in stages, because if you raise, and I guess we set it at 12K or something like that the first time. So if you raise a 12K or try to raise a 12K, you're not going to start getting your money for a really long time. So I know people see that we've raised whatever X amount, but you don't get that all at once. It comes in increments. So to get those increments faster, you have to drop the amount that you're raising.
Okay. The GoFundMe right now is at like $37.69 out of 6,000.
Hoorah!
So that's where that's at, and yeah, I understand a little bit about that, which is why we've got some of these other ones as well, the Libera Pay and the ability to donate to the crew, the Love America tour through the live stream, which they get, I believe, pretty close to immediately. There are a couple of other questions. The GoFundMe. How is the search for Baroness 2 coming?
Baroness 2, we have it, I believe it'll be on the 12th or 14th. It's going to be a Ford C-Class, not a Super C like the Red Baroness. That thing is like 40 feet long. And, I mean, I know all of you have seen me hit whatever it was that I hit, allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, so this one's only 40 feet long. How long was the last one?
Oh, no, that one was 40 feet. So the new one is around 30. It's 30 or 32. So it's a full vehicle shorter.
But so still big enough for the 3 of you. That's awesome.
That is correct.
I know that there are some other surprises coming in, but it looks like we've got Corin in a good area. Corin, if you want to go ahead and spitball a little bit what you want to tell everybody, they're all in the chat.
Well, I heard everything that was going on. I never lost connection with y'all, so Chad hit it all on it. About staging it. It's about going ahead and being able to secure the RV, because with a larger raise matching what we raised last month, trying to say, oh, this is what's going to be this next month, then that's going to take us at least a month, maybe more, to raise it, and then we'll be off the road for that long. And we don't want to lose the enthusiasm. We don't want to lose the
You sound like a video game.
8-bit, no less.
Buddies. Back over.
Yeah, well, some of that was intelligible, but sometimes the internet doesn't always cooperate. So, Chad, real quick, you got any kind of updates or surprises that are coming? Because I have a few.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of surprises coming, actually. We're going to be doing some different segments. Each of us will have our own segment with this show. Mine will be more of the skeptic running paranormal / conspiracy theory. Just
fitting.
Yeah, that's just because I'm an analyst. So Scott's will be more of the beer connoisseur because he's really into microbreweries, which is really important right now throughout America due to the fact that COVID is shutting down, restaurants and stuff. So these guys that run microbreweries, and women, they all serve food. So it's shutting them down pretty hardcore because they're considered a restaurant, or a 5150 here or a 5149 here in Texas. So they're getting shut down hard, and it's really taking a toll on the microbrewery scenes. And so Scott's going to be more of the beer connoisseur, doing food tasting, beer tasting, and Corin obviously is the talent. So he'll be doing what Corin does, which is awesome. So.
Okay. Have you guys heard that we're going to, at least for the foreseeable future, while you guys are doing the editing and post, until you guys get back out on the road again, we are going to be doing the live streams twice a week. Saturdays are going to be exactly the way that they were going to be before, follow-up interviews, end-of-week roll-up with you and Corin. And then Wednesdays are going to be some interesting stuff where you guys can jump in if you want to, but we get to interview some special guests that maybe you wouldn't otherwise get to hear from. Corin, it looks like you got a better connection without crashing. If you want to.
Well, no, my phone is saying that the battery is dying. It's been getting really hot. My air conditioner went out in my car a couple months back, so my phone gets hot.
That's a Texas thing, by the way.
Well,
yes, it is.
It appears that whatever you have done has fixed an issue. So we've been going through editing and post, and I don't think you got a chance to really go through that much. I asked Chad about the GoFundMe changing it down to $6,000 for the first push. If you want to say anything about either of those things.
Just that's the idea, is that we want to go ahead and be able to secure the RV so we don't lose it. Chad already explained what the RV is, and it's far more economical. And if we can work a great deal with Rick's RV in Conroe, Texas, which I think we will be able to, then we can go ahead and lock in the RV as soon as possible so we don't lose it.
Samantha Sheldon just mentioned that you're starting to remind her of Max Headroom, if you remember way back in the day.
Oh, God.
I have a Max Headroom mad
Didn't you sell that one in Mississippi?
No, I didn't sell it.
Oh, I thought you sold. Oh, you sold the one, the Cuban, the one from.
No, I didn't sell any of them.
I thought you sold one to Buddy.
No, I decided against it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we got some questions coming in, and I'm going to go ahead and open the floor. I don't know how many questions we'll be able to get to, but if you've got questions for Corin or Chad, go ahead and get them out now, because there's a delay, and we'll get to that. But hopefully we'll have some questions up by the time that we get to it. What are your thoughts on the new Baroness, Corin, or are you still there?
Well, if I am here, it's going to be a godsend. It's far newer. It's much more economical. Gets way better gas mileage. Isn't on an 18-wheeler chassis.
Yeah, I remember seeing that thing come around the corner when you guys stopped up here and thinking, that's not an RV, that's a semi.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's why we got lucky when the brakes went out. We got lucky when the brakes went out because the only place around that fixed brakes was a place that fixed 18-wheeler brakes. And we got it over there to them, and they're like, oh, these are the exact same brakes 18-wheelers use. We know we have all the parts.
All right. Well, Katso just logged in.
Katso, what's up?
Lou Blomberg said, please say hi to Corky and Chad for me. Tell them I can't wait to see them back at Camp Journeys. I assume that's Camp Journeys End?
Yes.
And
Oh, Lou, yeah. We just interviewed him.
right, so yeah, it's just Corin coming back, Lou. Chad is staying in Texas along with Scott D, I believe, and they are all working on editing.
Yeah, we have plans on bringing Chad back out to Mississippi so that if there's anything left that we need to film, in order to tell the story with me and Chad, in terms of B-roll stuff that we don't have in the can, then we want to be able to catch as much as that stuff as possible without the RV, obviously. So we're hoping to get Chad out to Mississippi in about 4 days, 5 days tops, if possible, and then we'll come back for the RV on the 12th or 14th, and then head back to Mississippi, where we'll launch. We'll do a little launch party there at the comic book shop, do a live stream launch, and then we'll hit the road.
Sounds good. I know there's a lot of people that are interested in seeing you. Actually, this is an interesting one. Octo Tartine says, "Don't get me wrong, these videos are a ride and a half, but have you considered possibly writing a book about your experiences on tour? I bet there's a hell of a lot to express on various matters. And, if you are, it's only partway done, the tour. So..."
Well, if we had a film crew, a one man, even a one-man film crew or whatever, following us around, filming us, trying to figure out how to make this happen on a shoestring budget with horrible technology, then that would have been just absolutely priceless material. I can tell you that.
Well, I think there's been a lot of absolutely priceless material come out of this, and with the editing and the post and the GoFundMe change, and people are still active on that. We're gonna do like I said, we're gonna try and do a push to get the boys back out on the road in Red Baroness 2 for part 2 of the Love America tour, which I'm not really sure what the states are on that, but we got a couple of questions. Do you guys, Miss Gigglebox says, do you guys plan to visit any historical places? I would love to see those videos.
We did go to a few already. We went to Helen Keller's house, which we got a little bit of footage at. Unfortunately, we didn't have it in the budget to pay to do the tour, so we had to just film from the outside. And then we went to some of the classic recording studios in Alabama. We went to Wishbone Studios. We went to Muscle Shoals. We went to Muscle Shoals Sound Studios. We went to Cypress Moon Studios, and we went outside of Fame Studios, but we couldn't go in at the time, unfortunately. But Johnny Belu came through with flying colors, a guy down there who helped us out. What's been cool is in each of the places we've been, there's normally been somebody who's just, for whatever reason, risen to the occasion and wanted to be a part of it and wanted to help us out and has driven us around and gotten us where we need to go and really helped out and even helped get some great interviews. And so that's what's really cool about Love America tours is when you find that fellowship and that camaraderie out on the road with perfect strangers. I think Chad would agree.
I totally agree. It's been a really interesting journey because the people that have risen to the occasion have done it. I mean, just a phenomenal job. And like Corin said, it's something that you don't expect whenever you pull into a town and you're expecting strangers and you're like, what am I going to do? How are we going to do this? Let's just get it done. And then somebody rises up and you have it. I mean, it couldn't work. You couldn't script it.
Just real quick, Lou, I didn't forget you. Thanks, Husky. Let Corin know that Ming is holding the same spot for you.
All right.
I assume you know what that means.
Yes, yeah. That's at Camp Journey's End. That's where we were stationed last, and from where that location is, because Camp Journey's End has offered to sponsor the show. Since they've offered to sponsor the show, they've allowed us to act as kind of a landing pad for in between the different rounds we do. So the money raised for this one hopefully will get us all the way up into the Virginias, and then if we have to, we'll fly back down to Camp Journey's End, reconfigure, maybe get some new editing done, and do another money raise if we have to, and then we'll get back on the road. If we can continue raising the money while we're on the road, and we can just keep it going, then that's probably going to be easier, especially since we're getting the setup done now for Ben Easter Day and the LA team, the editors out there, and then also with Ackman, Mississippi, with his editing prowess. We can start offloading a lot of the footage, to different resources outside of ourselves, myself, Chad, and Scott. So that will give us a lot more time to be able to get out there and do the kind of segments that folks want to see in terms of where are we at, what's interesting around there. And that's why we divided it up into segments. I'll do, primarily the human interest stuff. Chad will do the paranormal kind of psychic thing, like haunted houses or strange phenomenon or anything else that's interesting in that direction, from town to town. And then Scott will do the kind of cultural stuff.
Okay. You kind of cut out there at the end. Real quick, I want to mention, again, you can find all these links at loveamericatour.today. If you'd like to set up a recurring donation to the Love America Tour, we recommend that you go to the liberapay.com/loveamericatour. The GoFundMe is live now. Big push for that at GoFundMe/Love America Tour. GoFundMe.com/Love America Tour. And if you would like to, one of the things that we've been working on is you can actually go to streamlabs.com/Love America Tour. Donate $1 or $2 that goes to the live stream. It goes straight into the Love America Tour GoFundMe, and something like this will happen.
We love it, and the one thing that I set out to do, there was a lot of footage that we weren't able to get because we didn't have the memory space, we didn't have the storage space. We were slowly maxing out all the storage we had until about halfway through when we were able to acquire some hard drives, and so that was really tough on all of us, with the amount of pressure that we were under. But the main thing that we had to focus on was getting the interviews. That's why we didn't get a lot of the fluff surrounding the interviews for the first 2 weeks or so, because we just didn't have the capacity to store all of the memory for it. So we had to go, really tight kind of podcast style with everything and upload everything right away. And then basically, delete the original files, which was horrible to have to do, but we have the files online still. But that's the kind of pressure we were under, due to not being able to access, the kind of technology that we really needed, which we had purchased some stuff for originally, but did not get the capacity that we presumed we needed. And it turned out to be a lot more.
Okay. Once again, this is a page that I created quickly when I was told that we were going to do a surprise go online tonight. So the actual visual part of that did not show. So I'm going to launch it again so that people can see. If you go to streamlabs.com/Love America Tour, they get your donation almost immediately, and it still isn't playing.
It'll get there, buddy. We'll work out the game. Like we said, I mean, it's amazing that we've gotten this far. Honestly, in 1 month with a $16,000 budget, we were able to go 3,000 miles, visit 5 different states, over 17 different towns, interview 60 or more people, and get back with as much footage as we were able to get back with at that kind of a budget in an RV with 3 grown men and everything else. It's absolutely amazing, and without everybody's help, it would have been impossible. So with things streamlined, with the team that we have, in place now, which we didn't have at the beginning, I think that round 2 is going to be far more of interest and far more well thought out, planned, and done. But we got the interviews, and that's what we set out to do. That was the original premise. We want to interview the folks that the mainstream media has forgotten about and has ignored. And we want to bring their stories to light with whatever light we can shine on it.
Okay. Real quick question before I forget. Jen Lyle asked, and as Corin's locked up, but Jen Lyle wants to know what's your Chad the tattoo on your arm. What's it say?
It says only the dead have seen the end of war. It's Plato.
And there it is. Let's see. Samantha Sheldon saying, I like the live stream interviews. Hey, there's going to be more of those. And again, we're doing some Wednesday stuff that's going to be cool and unique. It looks like Corin might be coming back, but you guys have definitely been patient, and I appreciate that as I continue to attempt to get this done. I'm going to try again and see if I've got it.
Hey, there it is.
Hey.
So as you donate, what will happen is that will come through, and you get to see your name in lights. And again, that kind of thing goes straight into the Love America Tour PayPal. Again, there's that's streamlabs.com/Love America Tour. The big push right now is at the GoFundMe so that we can get Red Baroness 2 into I guess Mississippi is where you guys are going to launch from, heading up into the Carolinas and Virginias, right? Is what you're planning?
Yeah, Mississippi down into the Florida, down in Florida, southern Florida, to the coast, up into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, up into the Virginias. And hopefully, if we can make the right adjustments with, budgetary wise, and if we can get a really great deal, maybe we can go a little bit further with a less expensive RV.
Okay, I am real quick because people are asking about the GoFundMe. I am going to type into the chat some clickable links that they can go to go do this at GoFundMe.com/Love America Tour. That should be a clickable link, and it is. If you want to make a recurring donation, one that happens every week or every month, depending on what you want to do. This is the link to do that, liberapay.com/Love America Tour. There's that link. And if you want to tip the stream, as it were, and have one of those little pieces come up and do that, this is the link for that. Love America Tour. We've got some merch currently that's available off the loveamericatour.today website. There's more types of merch coming, better some more variety and things to choose from. Looks like we lost Corin, but that's life on the road, isn't it?
That is, man. Trust me. If he's driving through where I think he's driving through, he might be gone a while.
Yeah, I think that was that dead area that you guys came across.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
So I actually, I believe this is everything that I've got. I'm really excited about the Wednesdays because the people whose names you hear but whose faces you don't see very often, that's who's going to be our guests for on Wednesday nights. And then maybe some faces that you have not seen associated with the Love America Tour, but who have been supporting quietly behind the scenes, and faces that you will recognize. So that's about the biggest clue that I can give on what's coming on Wednesdays. And then like this Saturday, we're starting to follow up interviews with all of the folks from Texas.
Oh, that's nice. If anybody's watching and you haven't contacted the site or anyone on Twitter, or have not put your information forward on how to contact you, please do so that we can follow up with you.
Absolutely. If you are watching this and you don't understand what he just said, that basically means if you got interviewed in part 1 of the Love America Tour on their first lap, please, if we don't know how to get a hold of you, reach out to one of us on Twitter. Chad is at Treasonous DJ. I'm Husky. You'll see us, and then obviously there's at Love America Tour itself, which would love to accept your DMs and get some contact information from you. Excuse me. Also, we have that Facebook page now that we're going live from. Some of the people are actually on Facebook. You can leave us contact through YouTube. We're actually checking all of this. There is the Love America tour at tutunoga.com email address. There's a lot of different ways to get in contact with us, and definitely do. If we have not been in contact with you, get in contact with us, please. We want to see you again. We want to know what's been going on since the Love America tour came through and interviewed you the first time. And I think this Saturday we've got Matt scheduled, the general manager at Emerald Point out of Austin, Texas. He's going to be coming on and letting us know. Jen Lyle wants to know, how'd you come up with your DJ name?
Oh, that's a long story. I don't like authority. And so when you rebel against authority, you're treasonous.
Depends on which authority.
Yeah, well, the one in charge.
Samantha Sheldon said she wanted the one that goes straight into the, where did it go? I want the one where the funds go directly to the crew. Well, all of these, the funds go directly to the crew. GoFundMe has a bit of a, we've got to make the limit so that they can send out, then they send out an entire check. But the one where the funds go directly to the crew is the Streamlabs one that I typed in. Samantha is like, tell us more, Husky. Tell you more about what? Because I'm having trouble focusing on all of the screens. I actually am sitting in front of 4 screens, 4 monitors, and a tablet actually, where Panda is in the other room, making sure that all of the, if the video doesn't, I get a quicker notification since there's no delay there.
Right.
Jen wants to know, I want to know about Chad. Is that weird? No, it's not weird. Follow him on Twitter at Treasonous DJ and ask him all of the questions you want. He loves that stuff. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's some talking about concerts. There's some talking about a Chad interview. Milky Wayward, the Chad interview and the Corin interview, those are coming, but those are going to be under different situations. That's going to go right straight into editing, and there's a bunch of stuff, to be honest with you, that I don't understand. But I have it on good authority that I am going to get at some point in the future, hopefully within a month, depending on his schedule, Ben Easterday on here to answer all of those kinds of questions, because I don't have those answers.
Well, sun's going down, but you can ask me anything you want.
Okay, real quick before the sun sets on the Chad, Lou says, I think I missed it. When did you say you are coming back to Mississippi? Corin's on his way now.
On his way now. I'll be there within the week.
And the Chad will be joining him later this week. So that is terrific. Tina is, I'm not sure. I saw the consent page waiver that's to be signed before interviews. That's another one. If you have not signed the consent page, that's available on loveamericatour.today on the website. Please go and do that. It's an electronic signature. You can do it from your phone. Basically, it means, look, we know we interviewed you in front of a camera, and generally when that happens, that video is going to be used and aired, but you're okay with that. That's basically what the thing is saying. So.
Yeah, that, and it has your information where we can touch base with you afterwards.
And yes, and that also will give us the ability to contact you and schedule you for a follow-up interview.
So if you've done an interview and you haven't done the consent page, go ahead and fill that out.
That will definitely help us. If you hear from Michelle Arwood, she is actually taking care of the scheduling for me for the live streams, which is a humongous help. As I told her earlier today, that is the difference between me actually pulling this off, or us actually pulling this off, and me just going insane.
Well, we don't want you going insane, Husky, because that would be a bad deal. If you haven't seen Husky Insane, well, you're in for a treat.
I can do it good.
He does it really good.
Victoria Thurman's got to sign off. She's saying have a good night, and I think we've covered pretty much all the bases here. I haven't seen a whole lot of other stuff. Just some excitement. Everybody's always happy when we can get the faces of the Chad, the Corin, all of you guys out there. And yeah, we are a bit insane, Miss Gigglebox. And once again, I really want to draw some attention to how supportive the people in the wake of the Love America tour have been. They're out talking to their friends. They're out telling everybody that, hey, this is a good thing. I've heard people say that this is the only good thing in 2020. It's the best thing about 2020. And for the first time ever since I've been on Twitter, there is a group of people that are following each other and actually being nice and supportive and positive and uplifting, and that is in the wake of the Love America tour, which is absolutely amazing. You never see that on social media, and we love you too, Miss Gigglebox. You never see that on social media, and it's helping everybody, because when one person is having a bad day, that's the one common thread I've seen in all of the interviews that you guys have done, is that people are stronger together. And when one of us is having a bad day, the rest of us reach down and pull that person up. We're excited. We're looking forward to it. We have got so much cool stuff coming. It is unreal. We're going to have a special guest on Saturday, actually, to talk to you about the... well, I'll just go ahead and... Nope, I'm not going to steal his thunder, but I'll tell you, it's Ryan Albrecht, and it's not going to be. He's going to be on briefly for a Saturday. It's not the follow-up interview or anything like that. He's got a project going that, if any of you have been watching the videos, the side videos, and some of the extras, you may have. I can't say any more about that, or I'll give it away. But there's going to be some cool stuff coming, and we'll find out more every time we go live. Ms. Gigglebox says it's a breath of fresh air to see good things happening in the world rather than violence. I'm not sure who's logged in as Love America Tour, but gave me a shout out for being a leader with us. You know what? There's a whole bunch of people volunteering that we have heard from and that we haven't heard from, but I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to work with Ben to make sure that everybody who has volunteered and is volunteering is going to get their time, their 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, man, even more. Who knows? But yeah, so I've seen Ryan's rack. If you're watching, Ryan.
He is. He just popped on from YouTube and went, yo. So Ryan's rack. Oh, that's your T-shirt the other day, wasn't it?
No. It's his ribs.
Ah, yes. Well, that may have something to do with what he's working on, and I'm gonna have to write some stuff up and submit it to him. But there is some really, really cool stuff coming, and a lot of this actually has been the idea of what you normally think of when you say cast and crew. But a lot of them also have come from you guys, the viewers. Wouldn't it be cool if on Twitter and Facebook, and we will sit there and look at those and go, yeah, that really would be cool if. Like, can we do that? And so that's been great. And absolutely, Kay Howell, Love America Tour has been a great change from the day-to-day disaster the news wants us to all think is the norm. And yeah, this happens every time there's an election. Some of us are old enough to remember. Some of this, might be this is your first time around. You know what? Everybody loses their mind in an election year. And if you watch the news and you watch social media, you get freaked out. But if you go outside, we haven't been hit by a meteor or an asteroid, and people are still people, and they're still positive. And that is what Love America Tour is shining a light on, I think.
Totally. It's all about the similarities, not the differences. If you focus on differences, and all you're going to get is debate.
Well, sure. And, out of the people that you guys have interviewed so far, it's basically renewed my faith in humanity. And I know I've said that before, and it's kind of cliche, but it has. And it's because, differences make us stronger if we're positive in communication about those differences. And that is something that the Love America Tour what I call crew now, not just the road crew or the ground crew or anything like that, but you guys, the people that follow and are
That's right.
are being positive with each other. That is amazing.
It's all about a positive message, and the moment that it isn't is the moment that this stops.
Yep. Yeah, but for right now, again, if you want to support the crew, you want to see part 2 get going, head over to the GoFundMe. Let me check right quick to see if anybody has gone to the GoFundMe.
And just share all of this. That's a big part of it, is getting the word out.
It is.
And the more you get the word out, the bigger it gets.
Okay, so today, we've had a couple of donors today. Nobody since the live stream has been going on, but I can't blame you really, because we're so enrapturing that people don't want to click any of these links during the live stream, right?
Totally.
I'm telling you now, there has been a humongous outpouring of support, not only to the crew, not only to the cast, not only to the volunteers, but to everybody that's in the wake of this thing. And Ray, Have No Heart, has said, I've had a rough couple of years. I love the positivity of all involved, and following it has helped me heal. So, and these are not isolated incidents, guys. This is happening all over the place, and I really do hope that we can get enough traction to really get the word out about this, because can you imagine the percentage of people, the more people that we can get a hold of become positive, like the people that are watching now have?
Yeah, I mean, it would be great. Like, the more people that come on board as part of the Love America Tour crew would be awesome, because it is a crew, it's a family.
Well, Marilyn Berkeley is apparently, the interviews have been great for me as an expat in Australia. So we are really, I've seen some fans come on from Australia, from Canada, from the UK, just watching this, and it's incredible to me that this is worldwide now, that you have people checking it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I say it a lot, but it's true. It's pretty humbling, and it's in my wildest dreams, I wouldn't imagine I'd be doing this 3-4 months ago.
Okay. Not entirely sure what's going on with that, but it's probably because I'm not supposed to be watching it from there. Okay, that's cool. And now I know that they do. The things that I did for the Facebook are actually clickable links on the Facebook. They're not clickable on in the description on YouTube, but I can fix that for Saturday. And yeah, I think everything's starting to shape up nicely. We're starting to get its stride, but people keep coming up with new ideas, which is absolutely amazing. Real quick, Samantha Sheldon, human interactions show the truth, which is absolutely true. Milky Wayward apparently is from Germany. It looks like Miss Gigglebox either is from Australia or loves Australia. And that's just on this broadcast. That's not people that have been watching the YouTube and the Facebook and the Twitter. That's just people watching this broadcast, which is incredible to me.
Yeah, it's yeah. So Germany, UK, Australia. I've seen some other ones, but I can't remember exactly where.
Octatartine is Canada, baby. So Canada's on there too.
Yeah, Canada.
Oh, Miss Gigglebox is in South Carolina. Well, pay attention, Miss Gigglebox, because part 2 is coming through the Carolinas. So make sure you get your details in there to the Love America Tour at gmail.com email address, or one of the other platforms that we're on: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're kind of everywhere.
Yeah. So speaking of Carolinas, we visited a brewery. I think it was in Tennessee, and they had Carolina Reaper wings.
Oh, I saw that video. Dude, you handled that like a champ, because I know about how hot those actually are. I'm pretty sure you were sweating and kind of listened to the Never Let 'Em See You Sweat.
Yeah, I was sweating pretty hard. They were hot, man. It was a different kind of hot, too.
Katso wants to know if your Katso design t-shirt is again in the laundry.
Katso hasn't sent me a Katso designer T-shirt, so I'm waiting on that. Katso.
Oh well, there's that, and hopefully these designs come in. I'm waiting to get some high def designs that it's already in the works. Once I get those, we'll be increasing the variety of things that are available. It's
Yeah,
been
we want
about...
to do.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say we're trying to do some bandanas, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Each of us, me, Scotty, and Corin. And I think we'll just throw in the logos all on one bandana.
I think the frogs are behind you.
They're all around me.
So it's been an hour. There's really not a whole lot left to do, left to talk about. We talked about editing and post and all of the work that goes into it, and a lot of that actually is being done by the same people that shot the food. So it's definitely a lot of work getting done and more stuff to show very soon. The GoFundMe, again, that is the big push right now, getting the GoFundMe to $6,000 so we can get the boys launched on part 2. Again, if you are looking at maybe setting up with a regular weekly or monthly donation that would you'd like to support the Love America Tour with, that's the liberapay.com/Love America Tour. And then, of course, there's streamlabs.com/Love America Tour if you want to tip the stream. And if you're having difficulty with that, there is some different things that we're doing to make that a little bit smoother also. Okay, Bonnie Bell wants to know how many signatures do we need on a petition to get a blooper reel.
Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot of bloopers. I mean, there is the one where I allegedly backed into something.
Yeah, that's a big one. Okay, am I going up or down here? New messages are down. I'm trying to scroll down to see what we got because there was another one. Tina Babina. Here's a question. How have you all not strangled each other while being in close proximity of each other? Which is a question I had too.
Well, funny story. We're all Scorpios. All of us. That goes all the way to Jason London. And I guess we just offset each other very well because we haven't had any issues.
Yeah, it's probably better I don't get on that boat, man, because I can't imagine being on the road with a crew and working at the pace that you guys were working for that long. I'm pretty sure that would have put me in the hospital.
Yeah, so no strangulation as of yet. I don't see any in the future, but I'm not going to rule it out. That would be that petition signing.
Yeah, there's people talking about possibly getting together for a Love America Tour, just convention one day, and Samantha Sheldon brings up a good point. We got to get the United States done first, but then maybe the guys can turn this into a worldwide Love Humanity Tour one day. And
totally,
it's possible. I mean, it just kind of depends on where this goes, and we've got a good crew now working on it. Things are getting smoother. We will continue to be bringing you regularly live broadcasted things on all of the platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And follow each other on these platforms. Definitely follow each other, share, retweet. It's working. People are taking notice, and you're going to start seeing that as we get into some of our guests on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. You got anything else we gotta go over, Chad?
Not that I'm aware of. You got anything else, Husky? Anything in the comments that we can address?
Not really. They're talking about Scorpio's rock, and now everybody's kind of exchanging signs, which is cool. I saw people.
What's your sign, man?
I'm a Taurus.
Another bull.
I don't think those get along well with Scorpios.
Well, we've been getting along just fine.
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe the horoscope shouldn't tell me what to do.
That's right. Nobody should tell you what to do. You got to rebel, baby.
So I have noticed that a lot of guys were exchanging, and I say guys, fellows, people. I don't know. I was born in the 80s.
Me too.
Before things got complicated, but yeah, they're still checking out exchanging signs, but I've seen them exchanging Twitter names as well, so that they can follow each other.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think there's a couple of new ones out there. Parler. What else?
I know the ones we're focusing on are Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I know that Scott D has an Instagram. I have not followed him. I will. I love his work. That's not why I haven't followed him. I am unable to figure out Instagram. I can't make it work. I'm too old. I'm not artistic enough. Something. It's not for me.
Yeah. So you have to post a picture every time you post. So it's pretty. It'll bring that right brain out.
Yep. So yeah, it's awesome that the family's coming together and everything. But I reckon we should go ahead and call this one done, and we will be ready again day after tomorrow. Since this is a Thursday, this is kind of the oddball. But we will be going live from all of these places, both on Saturdays at 7:00 p.m. Central. Where we will be doing follow-up interviews and end of the week roll-up then with the road crew. And then on Wednesdays, we've got all kinds of special stuff coming, and that's going to be at 7 p.m. as well. So it appears as though Chad has logged out. There he is.
My eyes were closed. It's like taking a picture with your eyes closed. No bueno.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you taking time away from the editing and the post and all of the stuff that you're doing, and we look forward to seeing you back on the road with Corin here very soon. I'm going to go ahead and switch this back over to the chat so that people can go ahead and chat with each other for a little bit, and then I'm going to call the stream a stream, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.
All right, good game.
All right, buddy. You have a good one. Okay, so we got the chat going again here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a surprise. It's kind of short notice. We haven't had a chance really to get this really going, but we've got another day to work on the Saturday one. And as we have said before, all of this stuff is going to continue to just get better and better. Bear with us. If you have ideas, definitely let us know those. We want to hear from you. And we will definitely see you guys later. So I'm going to go, like I said, and call this a day. And we'll leave the chat on just ever so briefly. And so if you guys have messages that you want to get each other, go ahead and get them. I see you guys transferring out the Love America Tour, the Twitter, your Twitter handles and everything. That is awesome. Definitely follow each other on Twitter. Don't be afraid to hashtag Love America Tour and check out the site again for some interesting information that I don't think has been seen before. You can go to loveamericatour.today, which is actually that right there, and that'll take you to the website. So it looks as though the chat is calming down. I see a lot of people saying thank you. No, thank you guys for following, for supporting, for being here. It makes it all worth it. And we will see you guys Saturday at 7 p.m. Same time, same channel. Samantha, I will definitely tell Chad and Corin thank you for all they do, please, from all of us. And we will see you guys this weekend.